So I'm going to teach you guys how to simplify trinomials in a different way. So Miss Lana taught you in one way, and I'm going to teach you another way. This way I find is easier, and you might already know how to do it if you were in Mr. Alpin's class because he taught it this way. So I'll give you an example. X squared minus 7x plus 10. Now your final answer, I'll tell you already, will be x minus 5 and x minus 2. Now I'm giving you the final answer so that you know what you're looking for. This is the format in which your final answer should be looking like. Now I'll rewrite the question and I'll go in more detail to explain how to do it. Now you find the factors of x squared, and that's x and x. You find the factors of 10. And so there's 1 and 10, and there's 2 and 5. This one's easier because there's only 2 factors for 10. Now you see, you basically have to find a number that when added or subtracted equals to negative 7x. So 1 minus 10, does it equal to negative 7? No. 1 plus 10, does it equal to negative 7? No. Negative 1 plus 10, no, none of these, so it's not 1 and 10. Now 2 and 5. 2 plus 5 equals to 7. Now we're close. What about negative 2 minus 7 equals? Yes. These work. So you add negative here and a negative here, and basically you have the number, you have the negative 7, but you need the x component. So what you do is you multiply x times negative 2, which will give you negative 2x. You do the same thing here. You multiply x and negative 5, and that gives you negative 5x. And you basically have all the components to put in your final answer. You just need to like make it in a better form, I guess. Make it more clear. So your final answer will be, you take the diagonals. It doesn't look like, it's not something you would think of, and it makes it a bit more complicated, but that's how you formulate your answer. So you take this one and the negative 5, and you take negative 2 and x. So what you do is you take this, and this. So x minus 5 and x minus 2. Now if you want to make sure, all you do is you multiply each one to see if that would give you the equation at the beginning, and it will give you x squared minus 7x plus 10. I'll do a second example just to make it clear to you guys how to do this. I'll go with a more complicated one. So I go with 5x cubed minus 53x squared minus 72x. Now this one's a bit more complicated because if you see, there is a greater common factor, basically a factor that could divide all of them by something. And this factor is negative x. So you rewrite it out with the negative x. So you have to make sure the sign here becomes a positive because there's a negative outside of the bracket. X plus 72. So now you find the factors of 5x squared. That's 5x and x, because 5x times x is 5x squared. And you find the factors of 72. I'm telling you right now that it's 8 and 9. 8 and 9 because 8 plus 9 is not 53. But you could do 5x times 9 is 40. Or actually, no, that wouldn't work either. It would be, wait 2 seconds. It would be 5x times 8, and it would be x times 9. Now, this gives you 40x, and this gives you 9. No, that wouldn't work either. So what to do? Basically, what you do is, well, you know that, well, these two connect together, basically. These two connect together. But you need to find the opposite or whatever, so you get the 5x and the 9, the 8 and the x. And what you do is you just put them in. So you do 5x plus 9 and x plus 8. This is your final answer. So what you have to do, these are the steps. You need to find, one is find the factor for the first and last number of the trinomial. 2, see if you can add or subtract. See if you could add or subtract the factors to make it equal to the middle number. If you do this, you will then put the factors into the brackets. And that is your answer. Erase the S there just to make it better. Answer. Done.
I don't think you can move it. It's so heavy, the tank and the...
Then you just show the thickness and all these. Unless we take this plate.
No, it's too heavy.
Wait, what fell?
The photo that was on the wall, it fell behind.
Yeah, really skinny.